All right, welcome to McBoss Capital live stream. Today is my name is Michael Chu. Today is Friday, August 1st, the first day of August, and it's at 9:04 a.m. Mountain Time. 1.5 hours in the market. We have really bad market today. Nasdaq is down 2%, more than 2%. Dow is down more than 1%, and S&P down 1.3%. Volume is much higher on both of this. If we stay at this level, we will have a distribution day. Let's look at the news today. There's quite a bit of news here. So we have more Trump tariffs, and we have a really weak jobs report. And the bond yields are plunging right now. So let's see here. Amazon is down 6%. Let's take a quick look at that, which is I don't know. Let's see, but it might be, yeah, down 6%. It's considered that they didn't have a good earnings or guidance. Um, it's now down at 50-day line right here. So a lot of stocks today could be reaching, depending where they're at. But like, look at this. It went from above 10-day to below 50-day. This is pretty bad. Um, Definitely, probably, a lot of stocks will be building a base going forward. And so it takes time to digest. And, I mean, you could expect a V shape if you want, but um, I don't know. It depends on what's going to happen in August, I guess. So let's keep going here. Yeah, so the U.S. economy create 73,000 jobs when they expected 110,000. The payroll for May was revised down to 19,000 from 144. That's a pretty big revision. And June's gain was also cut to 14,000 from 140. So that 2 months of cuts, that's pretty big revision there. Okay, so treasuries again, the yields are plunging a little bit. Actually quite a bit here. This 10 years is now down to 4.25, and 2 years down to 3.74. Figma yesterday went on IPO and had a really good day. Today it's looked like it's still going. I don't know if this is update or not. The bar is not showing for me, but it looks like it's up, yeah, just slightly right now, 5%. So obviously it has reversed already, but it's still holding the morning's low. So the IPO, at least for Figma, looks okay. Wow, Flora crashed 30% after missed earnings and sales. SMR down 10%, Oklo down 4%. Let's keep going here. I think we also have Apple earnings last night. Let's just take a quick look. So this one has reversed. It was up this morning, but looked like it's yeah, this is a pretty negative reversal. So that's not looking good. We're trading at the bottom of the range right now. Let's keep going here. The WTI is up at $69. It's at $69 right now. That's interesting. Um, Let me see what else I'm moving here. Caterpillar lost 1.7, Nike lost 2%. So we have Cloudflare, earning coin, Reddit. So let's look at net here, Cloudflare. Net looks like it's bouncing from this morning low. So overall, it's okay. Yeah, this is a big bounce right here. In terms of earnings, it looks pretty good. I have to say, it looks pretty good. So something to definitely either watch or at this moment, I mean, you could buy for a short bounce, but I don't know. I feel like the market might go lower here. Maybe not in a day or two, but could be going lower in a week again. Again, there's just too much uncertainty right now, and with inflation propping up yesterday, this makes Fed's job even hard to cut in September if they want to. But then, you have the job report really waning down now, so that could also gives them, a, it's kind of slowing economy, but inflation is still there. Again, we're back to this mood, what to do, right? It's kind of tough for Fed. But anyhow, Cloudflare looks pretty good. I need to write that down, so I need to watch this because any stocks that are doesn't want to go down today are stocks you want to watch, because once this turmoil goes away and we start a new rally, which I don't know when, um, um, and when I say new rally, I have no idea whether it will continue the current rally in the market, or whether we're gonna get a 5 to 7% pullback before we continue. So we don't know. But so that's net here. Let's look at coin. The coin is crashing to its 50 days. So we were near 10 day and now it's at 50 days. So a lot of stocks are doing this today, which is not a good sign. Like this one already corrected, pullback before this crash here. Then we have Reddit. Reddit looks pretty good. It has good earnings and came out pretty hard and still holding really tight at the top here. That's amazing. So this could be a leader. Um, so we'll just have to watch it. Strong earnings guidance, like sales, very strong. Something to watch. This one would be on my watch list too. Um, yeah, so Canadian goods their tariffs will be raised to 35% from 25%. Again, we're seeing a lot of countries getting hit hard. 39% on Switzerland, 20% on Taiwan, and then other areas, 15% South Korea, EU, and Japan. So yeah, so I think the big report was the jobs report, which is now under 100,000, and that's the big problem. So let's look at the index right now. Here we go, 10 day, and we are below 21 day now. It's trying to come back a little bit on QQQ, but I mean, we're very early in the morning, so I don't want to say this won't work. We are starting an uptrend on the bottom channel line here, so we'll see if that works. But again, we need to see higher highs intraday in order to be more confident that maybe there's a bounce back. But if we can, so far it's trading kind of in the middle range, so it's kind of neutral in a sense. Okay, SPY, very similar, hasn't hit intraday high. Just kind of, again, it's very similar, below 21 day, coming down from 10 day. Let's look at Dow. Dow is now at 50 day this morning, and then it bounced from there. So again, it was already below 21 day, and now it's at 50 day. So just coming down really fast. Very similar chart intraday. It's just in the middle range of the day's range right now. So more neutral. Okay, let's look at IWM. Very similar chart. So they all just kind of hovering the middle point here of the day. But overall, we have, the key is the downtrend is steep right now. Especially after today's drop, we are forming a very steep downtrend. Obviously, they might find support at the 50 day here. If we could close back above this line here, and same as probably Dow too, right? It's above right now, so we could be closing above there, and then next week we'll see what else could happen, right? So that's the index. Stocks on the move. There's really not too much. It was much lower this morning. There's some show up right now, but let's see. Reddit, Cooper. It's not a very strong earnings stock in the order area. MVT is really hit on earnings here and went to, again, definitely break the channel line. Probably, we'll see how it react, after this. So a lot of time when stocks are, I consider this extended, mainly because like this is a 10-day and went up as high as there, and you can see it's already pulling back. And then as the 10-day catch up, we'll see what happens there. Um, so at least it's holding pretty good on the intraday low here. It's not coming back down. So it might be, yeah, it could be a leader, and we'll just have to keep watching this in the electrical power equipment area. Um, TMDX doesn't have the strongest earnings. It's moving right now. Just looking at the earnings here, so yeah, a little bit weak on the forward side. Uh, gold is moving a little bit today. Um, so it has found some support. This is AU. It has reported a lot of the gold stocks. The forward guidance in the fourth quarter is really low. But that's the only problem I see. So a lot of them will be dropping out from my list. But they are bouncing though. So that's AU today. We have GFI also bouncing. If we look at gold bullion, it's also bouncing above the 10-day. So this is a good sign. So yeah, a lot of stocks are doing that today. AEM, this one a little bit weaker. It kind of reversed back down. So those are some of the gold stocks. Let me see. CRS. Let's see here. And this one dropped on earnings yesterday, trying to bounce back today. So again, I don't usually trust the first bounce after a huge drop, especially when it's that big of a drop. So this is this. So even if it does come back to this line, let's see, look at how steep it is, right? Um, yeah, once in a while you get a V-shaped rebound, but more often than not, it probably will digest over time. And yeah, so I just wait patiently. Um, this one still have strong earnings and guidance going forward. It's just probably market expected more. Um, SPXC, let's look at that one. Well, this one is moving to new high. It has reported um, slightly lower earnings in the future. ARGX. This one also reported. It has one quarter here that's kind of low, but it's holding tight since yesterday run here. Second. My mouse flickering a little bit. Okay, good. So here's the day. Yeah, it looks good. It's holding really tight. Like consider how much it gained yesterday. So this is another one, except for this one. So it won't be on my list because of that. But anyhow, it looks pretty good though. HWM. Well, this one also dropped yesterday on earnings, but today again. So that's a good thing, right? Like because today is such a negative day, a lot of stocks are under huge selling pressure. Any stocks that are bouncing is probably a good one to watch because that means maybe the selling pressure is kind of done. Like maybe all these people who sold yesterday was done. There's no more sellers, and today, even on a negative day, it bounced, and we see the RS ratings rising because of that. So doesn't mean for sure this is the low, but at least we're starting to see some buying coming back, or at least no sellers, right? So so yeah, it's good sign. So those are stocks to watch. TSSI is bouncing a little bit today. Let me see what else here. Again, lots of gold stocks here. Excel also dropped, so it's trying to bounce back a little bit again. So that's the problem. A lot of these stocks are dropping so hard and then it bounced, right? Like doesn't really mean much to me because on the weekly chart, look at how. That's another thing. Maybe you want to zoom out and look at weekly chart because that little bounce doesn't mean anything, right? And this one also have lower earnings guidance in the future. So let's see here. Let me go here. Let's keep going here. What else do we have? Let's go to stocks. Yeah, so this is the not much stocks on the move today, really. Let's just look at stocks from the previous days here. We'll see how they're doing. So app was trying to make a big move yesterday. So let's see where it's at today. Okay, it came down, but it's bouncing back a little bit. So here it came down, bouncing back. It looks okay. Yesterday was a nice move, so it's finding support near the 10-day. The problem, this one hasn't reported yet, so anything can happen to it. So let's keep going. Let's look at Palantir. This one also bouncing back here this morning. So yeah, it's a nice bounce. So again, holding up pretty good, those two. Let's look at some of the big guys here. Avago. Well, this one's also, so that's good. Lots of stocks are bouncing back this morning. But again, because it's such a steep drop on this one, I would wait, especially if it's below 10 days still. Nvidia, very similar, just below 10 days slightly here. TSM, also below. This one looks a little bit bad because it's below 21 day now. So those are the ones. Let's look at the stronger stocks like Credo. Wow, this is a big drop this morning. It reversed yesterday. That was really bad. So now it's coming back above the 10-day again. So again, the slope is very steep, even accounting for today's bounce. So that's the biggest problem right now for most stocks. Um, that's Credo. We'll look at McKnight as well. So this one is kind of under the 21. So this one look a little bit worse now. This is now clearly in no man's, like, no support zone right now. So let's keep going here. Let's look at Google. Well, even Google is starting to look at this. I mean, it has support here, 3 days here, bounce back, and now it gave up so easily. That's interesting. Let's look at next one. Marvel. Wow, look at this one. Like, it was a nice move 2 days ago. Yesterday gave up some, and today it just crashed to the 21 day. So this is, again, I've been kind of talking about recently. The market is very choppy. I mean, it's all over the map, and when they drop hard. This is a good example of that because they're doing well, and then boom, they got hit, right? So let's keep going here. Uh, let's look at Microsoft. Sorry, taking a little bit time to load here. Okay, wow, look at this. This is giving back a lot right now. Again, yeah, that's interesting. So a couple of stocks that kind of found support today is Netflix. A little bit this morning, it looks okay. It's at least it's green. It's it make it intraday high. But right now it's come back to almost the middle range of the day. So Yeah, to me, this is a very important stock because it's one of the first one to report, and it's also one of the first ones to pull back. And it's getting tighter as you pull back. You see how tight it is here, the last 7 sessions. So it's definitely showing some support at this level here. So if it does turn around and climb above this trend line, I will be a buyer most likely. But again, I don't know for sure if that's gonna happen or like when it will happen. Spotify again, like 3 days of like pretty wild trading here, but it hasn't undercut that day, the first day's drop low so far. I don't know if it did today, but at least it, so it came very close to it for sure. But it found support again this morning. That's 4 days, like the fourth day, and it found support again that low. And it's again, it's green today when many stocks are red. So maybe this one also, again, both subscription-based products, both of them, Netflix, Spotify, have been pulling back even before this recent drop. So, yeah, those could be potential big watch list there. So, yeah, just want to talk about those two. Um, Industrials today, like I mean, there's no like retails, industrial. I think there's no everything got hit. I mean, we can look at except MVT, right? Let's look at VRT, CLS here, because those two has been phenomenal recently. Okay, so this one, okay, it's finding support right now above the 10-day. So that looks pretty good. Again, the slope is still pretty strong though. Like right now, you can see even with the bounce. So that's the problem right now. Again, I'll keep saying that because for me, I don't buy on this bounce because I mean a lot of people might because these are really strong stocks, so they want to buy on the bounce, and it has done it many times. It has bounced many times, so you could buy it there. But for me, I'm watching the market as a whole. That's my indicator. Um, but they're both bouncing today. But we'll see. Still early in the day. If they do close weak, then that will be a problem because that means even on this bounce, there's not enough buyers compared to the sellers. So that would be really bad. Yeah. So um, one stock came on the stocks on the move earlier is this KNSA medical biotech. It looks pretty decent base here. It's trying to come out, and then since then it hasn't pulled back to the 10-day. That's what impressed me on this chart the most. Um, this is patients dealing with patients with like debilitating disease. So I don't know this stock well. I never seen this stock. This is first time, but the earnings are tremendous here. 31 cents to 46 cents, and sales are really high. Now this stock is probably not easy to trade. Just you can see how wide the range of every week is. Um, but I do like the recent consolidation here. Last week was kind of bad. We pulled back right here, but the earnings really changed the behavior so far. So anyhow. Again, very risky to buy stocks right now with the market possibly going into a downtrend. Um, so that's one stock. This new name to me. Again, we already talked about gold stocks. We have a couple of financial stocks that are doing well today. Co-op is one of them. This one is bouncing pretty good. This one has strong earnings guidance. Um, so it has pulled back after the earnings and found support here. And today, I don't know if there's news, but that's a big move, 13%. MRP, this is building residential. This one actually reversed now, so it's down now. So after earnings here, yeah. So at this moment, it doesn't look that big. This is a negative reversal. Let's look at CISO. Let's look at some of those stocks. See if they're trying to recover right now, bouncing here. Today it got whacked as well, but it did find support at 50-day. So again, very hard to buy at this moment because even if we think it works, the next day it get whacked down. So um, again, it's just digestion time. It's gonna take more time, I think, but it's getting closer. Like this one is building a nice base right now. Upstart, this one also found support this morning at 21 day. Again, because of the reversal yesterday, it makes this slope so steep right now. That's the challenge there. SoFi, wow, look at this volatility right now. That's incredible. Um, let's look at Affirm. This one is now also bouncing. Get down to the 50-day and bounce back. Again, very steep slope right now. Iron, again, starting to lose control here a little bit, right? Hood, like, you know, I mean, who knows? I don't know if they're gonna all bounce back and this was, just a 1 day thing. It could be, but we don't know that. So it's best to, follow the market trend and you know, play when there's better reward risk ratio. But right now I feel like, and let's look at the index one more time before we close off here. So QQQ is not really making headway right now. It's trading below in the bottom range. So again, I mean, with the job numbers this week, I think that is new concern. We haven't seen that kind of number, and with May and June revised to below 100,000, like to the 10 to 15,000, that's really low, right? So I think this is becoming a bigger problem now. I think, and then with the volume so high today, I think like people are actually getting out. So anyhow, I know it's the first day of August. I don't want to sound too pessimistic, but anything can happen. So hopefully, we be patient and wait for the right moment to get back in. For those who are out, thank you all for watching. Have a very good day, and I'll have new videos come out this weekend. And please follow. Thank you.